Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Sustainable Fitness Diary. We are at episode number 13 and I want to talk about how I convinced myself that I actually didn't need people and how wrong I actually was. Because I feel like I've completely forgotten how important being a part of fitness community actually is and how deeply important is it to connect with other people. Because 2 years ago, around this time, I was going through a bit of what I call like identity crisis, or I would call it maybe quarter life crisis, because I just turned 26 back then. And I was trying to find a specific niche to focus on. So when you are a fitness coach, or any other coach, you've always recommended to focus on a specific niche. Otherwise, you can't just focus on everyone. And I fell down into a bit of a rabbit hole. I talked myself into kind of introversion, right? So I spent hours researching introversion. I took multiple tests to see if I was actually one. And I started convincing myself that the reason why I sometimes had anxiety around people is because I was an introvert. So that's just basically it. And I took myself believing that I just didn't need people to survive, that I can be at home and I don't need to socialize, and that being that person who is wearing the headphones and goes to the gym is just the person who I was, and I didn't want to engage with anyone, and that having anxiety is completely normal. I was even telling myself that I shouldn't take any group fitness classes or even join any like running clubs or something similar because, well, I'm an introvert, so why would I even try to do that? So I connected my identity with introversion so much that around 2024, I started writing newsletter. I started doing it every single week. Then I even created a school group which was called Introverts Fitness Fortress. Right now it's called the Sustainable Fitness Space. And I convinced myself so much that, that's just who I am. That, I might as well just target introverts only, and that's going to be my niche. That's what just I want to do. Even I've actually hired a business mentor for introverts to help me with my business. The thing is though that I was actually finding more and more excuses. Excuses like joining group fitness classes, even creating a fitness community, whether that would be online or in person. And I've just been avoiding all of these things because I believe that I'm an introvert and I don't need people. For a while, that felt really safe. It was comfortable, like I finally figured out who I was. But what I didn't realize was that I was losing the connection with people and I was actually feeling more and more lonely. After some time, it was just getting worse. I was feeling less and less happy and I couldn't find satisfaction in anything. My training was fine, my programming was pretty good and I was consistent, but something was just missing. Here is something which I completely forgotten. Even if you are an introvert, you still need people and you need human connection. It's literally one of the things that will help you live longer and make your life happier. The research on this is very overwhelming because social connection is important to your health, same as exercise, nutrition, and sleep. And I'm not saying that you need like a massive group. You can train with one friend at the gym or join a small fitness group, because that's what I pretty much did. Things like, running clubs, walking clubs, and group fitness classes can give you the sense of community and motivation to keep going on your fitness journey. But I've convinced myself that I didn't need any of it, that my identity as an introvert meant that's what was sort of creating that tension between, autonomy and community. And that's what I want to talk to you about right now. Training alone and learning how to do it is very important. I would never recommend anyone to be dependent on someone to stay consistent. And it might feel like I'm contradicting myself here, but the thing is you need a bit of both. As I said, because you don't want to end up just being alone and miserable. But you also need autonomy, so you keep going when life changes. people can move away. Your friend who you were always training with might just lose motivation and you are there alone. Same with like coaches. You should never rely on your coach to just do the personal training sessions. You need to learn how to do this alone. But you also need community, because training completely alone all the time without any social connection is very isolating, and isolating just makes everything harder, especially if you are in your first couple of years of training and you are a beginner. You kind of need that community there as well, because that would increase the likelihood of being consistent. And I'm all for consistency. Let me just show you what actually community gave me when I joined one. In my first couple of years of training, I was part of a fitness group with many amazing people. It helped me to show up, learn new things, have a bit of laugh, and even have a bit of friendly competition with each other. Okay, I look forward to sessions, not just because of the actual workout, but also because of the people, and that's very important. However, somewhere along the way, I kind of lost that. I convinced myself that I outgrown the group training, that I was more advanced now, and that I actually didn't need to do this, and I have to be more focused, I need to be more serious. But the reality was that I've actually just isolated myself, especially as I moved to Australia in 2017 and started doing powerlifting. Powerlifting can be isolating sport, but you can also be a part of community. But I was avoiding that, and that would sort of caused all of the unhappiness and just not enjoying the fitness as much. Where, now after 2 years of training solo, like all the time, I'm seeking that again. I'm training with a friend. I have created a little group fitness class, which I'm joining in, and people coming along to train with me. I'm trying to, spend more time with people, not wearing those headphones at the gym, and actually trying to talk to people. And that's mainly because it just makes the experience better. And you don't have to choose between those two. If you are able to find someone to train with in person, amazing. You can also join an online community, because that's what's really trending right now, where you can share struggles, you can share your wins, and you can just connect with other people to help you keep going. One of the communities you can check out is my community, and that's the Sustainable Fitness Space, where we exactly do that. But you can also have a friend to just train with once a week. You can join a running club you join occasionally. You don't have to do it every week. It can be group fitness classes you attend when you feel like it. It can be a partner or relative who just checks in on your progress, because all of these things are very important. The point is not to be around people all the time. I don't think it's a good idea to just be doing group fitness classes 5 days a week and not even try to train on your own. It's just the point is to not isolate yourself completely in the name of being self-sufficient or just introverted. You can be introverted and you still need people. That's just the reality. You can prefer smaller groups and still benefit from community. You can be someone who recharges more alone, but still shows up for group training. You can have social anxiety and still find ways to connect that feels manageable. Those things aren't contradictions. They are just part of being human. Here is what I wish I would know. I wish that creating an identity around introversion was just another way of protecting myself from discomfort. I also wish I know that the anxiety I felt around people wasn't because I was supposed to be alone. It was something I could work on gradually in small doses. That's actually what I'm doing right now. I also wish I would know that satisfaction I was missing wasn't about finding the perfect training program or the perfect niche. It was just about connection. Fitness isn't just about getting stronger, healthier, or consistent. It's about building a life that feels sustainable and meaningful. And for most of us, that requires other people. Not all the time, not just like in overwhelming amounts, but enough to remind us that we are not doing this alone. So if you are listening to this right now and you've been training for a while, and you are avoiding group fitness setting, you are avoiding to talk to people, you are just this person who just wears headphones and don't want to talk to anyone, I really get it, I really do, but consider what would it look like to have just a little bit of community on your fitness journey, because you don't have to do it alone. I can guarantee you that it's going to enhance your fitness journey and it will help you to achieve your goals faster. And that's all for today's episode. I will talk to you then.